This is a JTP audio podcast.
Sometimes talking with friends feels like role-playing. Sometimes it feels like combat. Join us at the round table and roll initiative. This is Curmudgeons and Dragons. All right, welcome back to another episode of Curmudgeons and Dragons. I got Jack O'Connell with me.
That's me. I'm here. I'm doing things.
How you doing, bud?
I'm doing all right. How are you?
What are you doing?
I'm just playing with the dice.
That's fine.
It's like having a little thing.
That's all we ever do is play with dice.
I'm just playing with dice.
Josey, Diaz is here.
Well, hello, everyone.
What are you working on over there?
I am definitely not texting people when we're supposed to be podcasting.
God damn it, Josey.
She's watching porn.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
No, she's working on a fucking visa because by the time you hear this episode, she'll be long gone.
Not even the good stuff.
I have that on a private browser. It's fine.
Control-Shift-N, baby.
No, it's actually, this episode is brought to you by adulttime.com.
No, it's not.
That's a real website.
It is a real website. It's got great shit.
And apparently I'm Jason Portizo or something.
There you are.
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking.
I didn't ask.
So,
don't assume I care how you're doing.
So I had a funny idea for today's episode. I saw this post on Reddit a couple days ago, and it was going to be like a horror story kind of thing where like a player brought a character to the table and the DM was like, no, you can't do that because you chose chaotic neutral. And chaotic neutral just means chaotic stupid, and you're just going to just do whatever you want and like
fuck that guy.
Whatever. So it's not a very interesting horror story. However, it did bring up an excellent debate in the comments about what exactly chaotic neutral really is. And it's a little more gray than I thought it was. So, Jack, what would you consider to be chaotic neutral?
I think chaotic neutral is truly doing what you want to do. It's not whether it's right or whether it's wrong. It's just doing what you want to do. So that's kind of like the chaotic part of it. And then like you would do chaotic good in my eyes is like you're doing the good thing no matter the cost. You got to kill 40 people to worship a god. Like it's the right thing to do in your eyes. It's you're doing good. Chaotic evil is you're just doing evil things because you want to do them. I think that chaotic neutral truly is you just do what you want to do, whether it's right or wrong.
What is an example of a chaotic neutral act?
I think that like, what's like a good one? Because it would probably involve like you want to say something that's could be like good or bad. It's probably like killing someone, whether it's for like an act for a god or something like that. You just killed that person because you thought that person needed to be killed. Not because some god willed it. Not because you want to be a mean person. You just thought that person had to be killed, so you killed him. Chaotic neutral is literally just following your conscience. You just, whatever your conscience tells you to do, you're doing with no, rhyme or reason.
I find chaotic neutral characters to be perceived as very impulsive.
Yeah, and it doesn't have to be bad
because
things.
People don't necessarily understand their decisions because they don't see the thought process behind it.
Yeah, you could be like in the middle of a battle and you're like, I'm going to pick this flower. Why? Because I want to fucking pick this flower. Like you're just doing whatever you want to do.
Or it's like, oh, I know this flower can be made into a poison, and if I manage to like punch somebody in the mouth and get them bleeding and I rub this flower into it, then it'll kill them.
Yeah.
But like you don't know that.
You don't know that.
So in the comments here, Reddit user Tragic Ether brought up a couple of pop culture characters who they perceive as being chaotic neutral.
Okay. Which,
of course, the mere mention of these players being, of these characters being some sort of definite alignment.
Internet riot.
Got turned into a whole
immediately.
thing.
Love it.
Forums on fire.
So without even talking about the responses to this comment, I just want to bring up the comment of the list that this player brought up. And I want to get your opinions on whether or not these characters are truly chaotic neutral.
You're going to get them.
All right. So there's a couple here. So number one, John Wick.
Ugh. Yeah, no, you know what? I would go with that. You know why I would go with that? So John Wick, he's doing stuff for the dog. So you got to think he's doing the good thing. But then he also goes against the rules because when he's in the hotel and he, if you haven't watched it, fuck you, spoiler alert. And he kills the...
John Wick spoilers.
Yeah, he kills in John Wick 2? Because there's 3 of them, right?
I think there are currently 3.
Yeah, so in John Wick 2, because he kills the guy in the hotel where you're not allowed to do anything. He doesn't care, though. He's doing it because he wants to do it. So I think true chaotic neutral. It's not like he's doing stuff because he wants to be a good or evil person. He's doing it because it's what he wants to do. You kill his dog, he avenges his dog. You do something else, he shoots you in a hotel. Like, he doesn't care whether it's good or bad. He's just doing it.
So you think being motivated by revenge?
Well, it's almost like survival, too, in some of those movies where, like, when everyone's after him, he's not killing those people because he thinks it's the right thing to do. He's killing those people to survive. He thinks the right thing, like he just wants to survive. So there's no rhyme or reason to it. Yeah.
Now, do you think like being motivated by revenge automatically makes you neutral?
I don't know, because it could
necessarily,
because it could be good or evil.
And yeah, I was going to say an evil character can definitely be motivated by revenge. Revenge is not necessarily, I don't think, alignment.
Yeah, I mean, retribution is like the good version of revenge, but it's the same thing spelled differently. They're both the same thing.
Because like one of my favorite examples of like a lawful good villain is Javert in Les Mis. Like that's somebody that follows to the letter of the law and believes that what they are doing is the right thing, and like
to a fault.
Yeah. The thing about it, you can get revenge for someone beating you in like a basketball tournament and kill them. That's not good revenge. It's evil revenge. But you can also get revenge for someone killing your dad. Like you're doing like a thing that, so I think it goes both ways.
So we think John Wick is actually...
I'd give it neutral. I think it's neutral. What do you think?
I've never seen a John Wick movie, so I know.
They're so good.
Familiar enough with the concept?
Yeah, I'm familiar enough with the concept. Like I know what it's about and everything, but I've never seen it. So
that's definitely worth a watch.
I was going to say I only know base information, and I don't know.
So as a John Wick professional on this, as a John Wick professional on this podcast, I'm gonna go with a yes on that one.
All right. Next we got Deadpool.
I mean, that's a pretty obvious one. I feel like that's. Yeah. When was the last time Deadpool did something for when it's right or wrong? He just does whatever the fuck he wants.
Well, and the other thing about a chaotic neutral is the stuff that they do isn't evil. Like typically, they still behave for the most part not within the laws of the land, but typically within the moral structure.
Yeah, Deadpool still does like nice moral things.
Even though he says he's a dick and he'll do whatever, like it's like, yeah, but you're kind of like a good guy.
Yeah, but he also remember when he put the collar on and took a bullet for the kid for Fire Hands?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean Fry Fist, whatever his dumb fucking name was, a fat Australian kid. But he still did a good moral thing.
New Zealand.
I mean, fucking.
But also his whole backstory before
he was a mercenary.
He was a mercenary.
But he would kill people for doing wrong things. But then the opening scene of Deadpool is him basically doing a favor for a girl who can't afford him completely and like roughing up the pizza guy.
Sure.
So his morals are still there, but I think he's just the same thing. It's that gray area. The more I think about it, the tougher it gets.
Yeah. That's why we're doing
I'm just making impulse decisions here on this from now on.
Not unlike a chaotic neutral character.
Oh no.
Jack O'Connell, chaotic neutral.
I mean, yeah.
Can I be chaotic neutral? I want to switch.
Chaotic fucking annoying.
Fucking got him.
What if I just started crying?
And mute button.
Yeah. And there goes the edit.
What about from The Watchmen, the comedian?
Never seen The Watchmen.
Super worth a watch.
Yeah.
10 times more worth a read, but still worth a
That's
watch.
fair.
The graphic novel.
I was going to say it's a graphic novel, right?
It's really good.
It's a one and done graphic novel. You can finish it in a day. It's an iconic, absolute must read.
Watchmen's a movie that I'll watch if it's on, but I've never sought out watching it again.
It's very long.
Yeah.
It's extremely well done. Extremely well done. And that's a hard book to do faithfully. And I think they nailed it. It is like 3.5 hours long. And I've never said to myself, oh man, this Malin Ackerman sex scene is going on way too long. Never thought I'd see it.
It's just gross.
But that went off like 20 minutes and it was weird.
I would almost put him more as a chaotic evil character because he doesn't really have like any good morals to him. There's no flip side of the coin. He just does shit because he just wants to kill people.
Yeah, I think he was a pretty bad guy.
I think he was a bad dude. I could see maybe like Rorschach being an argument for chaotic neutral from that movie.
Yeah.
Because he had morals and he did stuff like he would do good things he thought they were good and bad things he thought was bad. But I think the comedian just killed people because he enjoyed killing people.
Now, real quick, I'm going to read this from this may be a quote from the Player's Handbook. Yes, this is from the Player's Handbook. This is from 3.5 though, so with that caveat. But it is a definition of what lawful neutral is. And a lawful neutral character acts as law, tradition, or a personal code directs them, et cetera, et cetera. But the inclusion of personal code is what's swaying in my opinion, on a lot of these on this
I think
list.
Personal code is too vague. It's way too vague. Because like you could say like, all right, I'm going to go around killing people because my personal code is that I hate everyone. I want to kill them. That doesn't make me lawful.
I think that's not much of a personal code though.
But I'm going to say my personal code, the code that I live my life by, is like I fucking hate people, and I think the world would be a better place if I was the only person in it. That's my personal code. That doesn't make me lawful.
So you're taking it a step further now. You say that the world would be better without people in it.
Yeah, that's my personal code. That's what I think. I follow that code. My code is like no matter what, I am the only person who should be here. Like that doesn't make me lawful. That's an evil thing.
Lawful and evil are not the same. Or you can be lawful evil.
You can?
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely.
I thought it was...
It's chaotic.
Lawful, chaotic, neutral, and then good, evil, neutral.
Oh, you're right. I'm an idiot. I'm so dumb.
Fine.
The resident DM here,
so
guys.
So stupid. I'm a DM, not a player. It doesn't matter. That's right. Turn around. Fuck you, buddy.
You want to start this episode over?
Nah, I'm committing to it. I fucked up. See, it's okay fucking up, folks. Please, God, edit that out.
So you absolutely can be lawful evil.
I guess it's a good point. Which I would maybe say the comedian was probably lawful evil then.
Possibly.
I wouldn't put him as chaotic neutral, though.
I wouldn't. Because
that's what the arguments... We're arguing whether or not they're chaotic neutral only, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say he's more on like... now that I remember how to play D&D, I would put him more as a lawful evil. Because, I mean, he is following his own code, but he's also just a dickhead.
Yeah.
He's not a nice person.
I don't think he's a good guy at all.
No, and I think there has to be... Like, you need two sides of a coin to be chaotic neutral. You can't just do evil
To be
things.
neutral, you need both those sides there.
Yeah.
So there's two halves. You got chaotic versus lawful versus neutral in the middle, and then evil versus good versus neutral in the middle.
Yeah.
So is the comedian even a good guy?
No.
I don't think he was that great of a guy. I think while he was like...
I will say I don't remember the movie that much, but from what I do remember, I don't remember there was a good scene with him in it. Like, it kind of seemed like towards the end when he got thrown in the hotel,
the story picks up after all the good things that group has done.
Yeah, when he's just like a dickhead.
Right.
But I feel like that...
But he was kind of a piece of shit the whole time.
Yeah, he just didn't seem like a good person.
No.
I wouldn't give him chaotic neutral.
So is he lawful evil or is he chaotic evil?
I don't know.
I think he was just kind of flying by, seat of his pants, doing whatever he wanted, and what he wanted wasn't great.
Yeah.
So I would call him chaotic.
Yeah, but saying that he was doing what he wanted, I don't know. Maybe that's like a code. I don't know. I just know he's not neutral.
I don't think he had a code. I think he was just
willy-nilly, just whacking people off. I don't like how that came out. I mean, killing people, but you got whacking people off.
I think he was acting by whim.
You gotta get some stuff that you've seen.
That leans more towards chaotic evil or chaotic neutral.
Much.
Yeah.
How do we feel about the Punisher?
You know who
I
that
love
is.
the Punisher.
So now there she is. Well, then you take this one. I feel like this is the...
What alignment do you think the Punisher is?
For those who can't tell, Josey's sliding off her seat right now.
No, you stop that. I just love Frank Castle so much.
Why does this room smell so bad?
Fuck you, I smell delightful.
There's fish in the fridge.
Editing that on my own morals.
No, come on. Go ahead, kid.
When I think of chaotic neutral characters, I think of people that are like really freedom loving. Like I would say he's chaotic, but I don't think he's neutral. I don't know if I would put him as good or evil, but I don't think he's neutral.
See, the more I thought about this, because we had kind of like discussed this briefly, and you brought the idea for the episode up, and that was the example you gave. And I thought, oh, there's no way he's chaotic neutral. But the more I think about it, is like, he's only killing people because of his family, right? That's his main goal, is killing people. Yeah, because of his family being killed.
He's got a vent. Like, he went by a set of codes because he was a Marine. So he was technically a lawful good. So I would say he's maybe chaotic good after his family's death, because he'll go outside of the law to get what he views as retribution for his family that was wrongly killed.
But the more I think about that, the more I think it's chaotic neutral.
So his family is almost irrelevant at this point, because his family being killed is what kind of like made him flip and become the Punisher. As the Punisher, he's not doing it for justice. He's not doing it because it's right. He's doing it for exactly what the name is, punishment. People do bad things, they need to be punished. And whether that's a bullet in your head or your whole family being burned in front of you, that's up to him. So
I would almost
based on that alone.
I think that would still be considered chaotic good, though, because he's measuring it by society's standard of what is good and bad, realistically.
I can go chaotic with chaotic good.
Yeah, but then in the same vein, like, it's not good if you kill someone because they killed someone. You know what I mean?
But that's just because that's our society's moral code. Like, killing like rapists and murderers and like corrupt cops and stuff, which is what Punisher does a lot of typically.
He has canonically killed corrupt cops.
Yes. Like,
which makes those stickers hilarious.
I know, I love it.
They forget about that, especially when they have the blue line on them.
Oh yeah. Oh, they know.
He's punishing people.
Comics are for dorks. I'm not reading comics.
I'll put a Punisher sticker on my truck.
Frank Castle punishes people who have broken the law and disrupted society, and he is viewing himself not as justice, but as the karmic retribution.
He is punishment.
Yeah.
I would almost make him a little bit more evil, honestly, with the way he carries it out. It's like he just punches everyone by killing something. It's not like I'm just going to break your pinky because you stole a TV.
That's all he knows how to do.
Yeah, he was a Marine, and you wouldn't necessarily consider a Marine evil, an evil alignment.
I could justify a few things for him. So, like, he's a very interesting case here.
Yeah, that's a big one.
Because I could definitely go chaotic neutral for him. I could definitely go chaotic good for him. And I could definitely go maybe even lawful evil for him.
I would say more lawful evil, because you're saying that, like...
Because he's got his own code.
Yeah.
He's got his own, like, these particular people need to be punished.
Well, is it his code or just society's code? So does it have to be your own code? Because he's really just following a code that society follows.
It's really any code.
For if you have
a set of rules that's set, whether it's your own or society's laws or your gods or whatever it is, that becomes lawful.
And then a chaotic evil character will like hurt people just for fun.
Yeah, he doesn't really do that.
He doesn't like.
So I guess I would maybe then lean more towards lawful evil, because I feel like he does, like, you have the code, but like I feel like that sometimes his ends don't necessarily justify the means. Like, it just seems like it's always...
I could see him as lawful evil. I think that you could play him a couple different ways depending on the alignment you choose.
Now, also, like, calling him evil implies that he's trying to, like, tip the world's balance towards an evil side, and he's really trying to equalize things.
Well, so
is he all good? No, I don't think so. But like, maybe lawful
he might
neutral.
not. Well, a lawful evil character might not consider themselves to be evil. They just might believe that what they're doing is right.
Yeah, and that's basically Frank Castle.
Any interesting evil character should believe that.
Yeah. Well,
yeah, but it's not the things that he's doing aren't inherently evil, though.
Things he's doing are absolutely evil.
In his eyes, I'm saying.
Yeah. Like a chaotic evil character,
I think he even
views
knows that
what they're
bad.
doing in a negative light. They're like, I'm doing this for the sadistic pleasure of hurting somebody.
Yeah, I don't think he's doing that. Like, that's why I say it's more lawful, because like he's
following.
I'll go with lawful, but I think I'll go lawful neutral before lawful evil.
I think that's a good argument. I think that we're all going to say is one different thing.
Yeah.
Because I'm going lawful evil.
Tell us what you think the Punisher's alignment is.
Whatever his alignment is doesn't matter to me.
You're just going to align them into yourself?
Yes.
Shoot us a DM on Instagram at Curmudgeons and Dragons, or send us an email to curmudgeonsanddragonspod@gmail.com and tell us what you think the Punisher's alignment would be.
Thursday.
Perpetually.
So yeah, the Punisher is a very interesting case here. We can really go a couple different directions with this. What do you think about Gollum from Lord of the Rings?
Nah, Gollum's just kind of evil. He's doing it for
Gollum, not Smeagol. Smeagol is evil. Gollum just wants the ring. He has one motivation, and like,
I don't know if I'd give him neutral though.
I think I absolutely would. He doesn't care who wins. He's not on
anybody's side but his own.
Right.
Yeah.
But like, if he didn't have to, he wouldn't go out of his way to like hunt people down unless they had the ring.
But technically, he might be on anyone's side but his own, but he picks sides based on that though. Like
because his only motivation is the ring. It's all he cares about. I think he is the most textbook definition of chaotic neutral.
I could see that.
Yeah, because the only thing is that whenever I think of Gollum, I always think of Smeagol too. Like it's not
Smeagol.
I know it's not
bad guys.
I know it's not one side of the coin, but that's just how I view him.
Gollum is a fascinating character.
Yeah, he really does just do everything for himself.
He's not even himself. He just wants the ring.
That's what I mean. Like he wants the ring.
He has one motivation, and that barely tangible MacGuffin type object is neither good nor evil. The ring itself may be evil, but all he cares about, his only motivation is to get the ring. And he will sacrifice the hobbits for it. He will sacrifice Saruman for it. He will sacrifice anyone in his way. Just get the ring.
When you put it like that,
he has no moral code. He doesn't go particularly against anyone's moral code. Just get the ring.
Yeah, that would put him like right in the middle. Yeah,
he might be the
poster child,
the perfect chaotic neutral character.
That's not bad.
Josey, thoughts?
I've never seen Lord of the Rings either.
Get the
fucking
out of here!
I know who Gollum is.
Are you serious?
I just have never.
Are you fucking kidding me right now?
I've seen parts of it. I've just never seen it from beginning to end.
All right, we're going to pause this episode. We're going to come back in 11 hours when we finish the extended cuts that I assume Jack has lying around somewhere.
I know that we're taking the hobbits to Isengard, but I don't know why.
I truly don't think until this, it took me 30 years that I've ever truly been disappointed to be friends with somebody. And I have officially reached the point where I fucking hate that we're friends now.
Oh,
you've never seen it? Not even one. None of them.
I've seen, like, from the original Lord of the Rings now.
Say I've seen The Hobbit, I'm gonna knock you out. You've never seen any of them. Oh.
I've got parts of them on TV. I've watched like 40 minutes of them.
Well, 40 minutes is like a fifth of the movie.
Not the same.
Yeah, no, I know.
Got 4 hours left in that movie.
Well, because like my dad would have been watching it all day on a marathon. I would come down and watch it.
Because your dad's a cool guy.
Just go fucking marry my dad, Jack.
Listen, if I could, I would. I'm not good enough for your dad.
We're going to pause this and come back in 11 hours.
Oh my God. I like that the only thing that you've ever seen is just you don't know anything, and then you're like, oh wait a minute, Frank Castle.
I've seen Frank Castle.
I bet you have. All right, who else on this list doesn't Josey know about?
Let's talk about characters that are motivated. So Gollum is only motivated by the ring. Let's talk about characters that are only motivated by money. Boba Fett.
Yeah, he doesn't care who he's killing for. He's just doing it because he wants to do it.
That's like a typical mercenary.
Yeah, that's why like Deadpool is perfect for it. It's a mercenary thing.
Now we know from the Disney extended Star Wars universe
would that make that a true neutral?
Possibly. However, we know from The Mandalorian that the Mandalorians have a very extensive code of conduct.
Yeah, but he doesn't always follow that code though. He's
does that change your whole alignment?
I don't think. I think that he in my opinion is like the poster child for chaotic neutral. He's just doing anything because he wants to. He's, it was basically like he had a mission to return the kid. And I'm not going to spoil the season because I want people to watch. But like he had a mission to return the kid. Things changed. He did what he wanted. There was the village that he helped protect because he wanted to. Like he just does stuff because he wants to. But then he also will kill people if you pay him enough. Like there's no real like quote unquote code he's living by.
Sure. Now, okay. So this isn't about the Mandalorian on Disney Plus. This is about Boba Fett. Yeah,
but Boba Fett. I mean, Boba Fett. Like is. I know he's not the Mandalorian.
He's a Mandalorian.
He is a Mandalorian, but I think that Boba Fett is the same way, though.
I think
I'm using Disney Plus as a reference. I think more people could identify with that than the actual movies themselves.
Sure, I think that Mandalorian is a lot more lawful neutral than Boba Fett was.
No, I mean, because I think if you paid Boba Fett enough, he would just do wherever the money goes. Boba Fett goes,
which would make him more chaotic neutral.
That's what I'm saying.
I would agree.
Yeah,
with Boba. Yeah,
I think he's pretty. Let me guess, you've never seen Star Wars either?
No, I've seen Star Wars.
All right, I'm just making sure. I got to ask now.
That Mandalorian didn't really have a name, did he?
The Mandalorian?
The Disney Plus one.
He might have. I don't know.
I don't really think
I think Boba Fett's chaotic. That's a pretty easy one, though, because whoever pays him enough is what he's going to do. He could fight for either side. It's just who's going to pay him.
Yeah.
It's not like he's like killing Jedi or killing people because he thinks he wants to. I don't think that makes him
chaotic neutral, though. I think that makes him a true neutral.
That's definitely a route worth exploring.
Yeah, but I also think that
because at the end of the day, a true neutral does not care what side they're on.
Doesn't care about the war. Doesn't care about
they're not.
Wins.
He's not chasing anything but his paycheck. That's not
his credits.
That's not striving for freedom or anything.
I'll go Boba Fett true neutral.
I'm sticking with chaotic neutral.
With Disney Plus Mandalorian being lawful neutral.
I don't love that.
He's not on this list, but let's talk about him anyway.
No, he's on the list. We can't do it.
This list is it's 11 days old. Never mind. It's
valid. Yeah. This list is 80 years old.
I feel like Disney Plus Mandalorian.
No, he's neutral. He's just chaotic neutral. I mean, why is he lawful though?
I feel like he is so much more in tune with the Mandalorian
but
code.
he skirts the code more than Boba does.
No, he absolutely does not.
Yes, he does.
The only
he literally didn't almost do a job. Like he just didn't care because he got feelings for the kid. Like he's not lawful. He wasn't like following the Mandalorian code is you get paid, you do that job. The Mandalorians are based on the fact that they're mercenaries for hire that get the job done no matter what.
But his conscience got in the way.
Then he's even more in tune with his own moral code.
Yeah, but that's
makes him even more lawful.
I don't think he's lawful though because he switches it up. He'll go from being like credit, like, he'll be like pursued by credit. Because the beginning of that, just saying he's getting paid for a job. But then look at the village. He didn't even get paid. He just wanted to do it because he thought it was right. It's not like, and then there's no right or wrong. It's whatever he's feeling. I feel like at the time.
Is he chaotic good?
I think he's chaotic neutral. Because I think that there's still the point that like if he's like, here's a billion credits, go kill a Jedi, he's still going to go kill that Jedi. Because like
he was supposed to just dump off the kid and let them kill him, and he couldn't do it.
Yeah,
I think that brings him towards good.
I think that brings him towards neutral though, because I think if he got paid enough, he would have maybe done it. Like certain jobs, I think that. All right, so I'm reading into the Mandalorian as I don't think that's the only good or bad thing he's done. Obviously, he has a history of being a Mandalorian, so you have to think somewhere in that past he was paid to kill somebody, right? We can probably agree on that.
Sure.
Okay, so then
I think that Mandalorians by default would be true neutral.
I think Mandalorians by default, but we're talking about like now the Mandalorian,
okay.
Like the series.
Now, so she's talking about the clan of Mandalorians.
Yeah, we're talking about the Mandalorian series.
But I'm saying that he started as true neutral.
Yeah, but I think over time, I'd agree with that too. But I think he's more chaotic neutral because he's just doing whatever he wants.
All right. So let's talk about a character who actively does both good and evil on a whim. Two-Face.
Yeah, kind of, because he kind of cheats sometimes. Like he doesn't always live by that coin. Like he does kind of cheat with it sometimes.
He does flip again sometimes.
Yeah, like if he doesn't like the answer, he flips it again. Yeah. So that's not really like being chaotic neutral. That's just like he's just like, no, wait a minute, I want to kill you. I'm going to flip it until I keep getting ads. Like he doesn't really care.
Now, is the coin a personal code? Is he lawful neutral?
No, because if you're just going to keep flipping until you get the answer you want, it's not like you're really believing in the coin. You're just doing what you want anyway. I think, no, because Two-Face is a bad guy. He's just a bad guy. Like, I know it's like a trope playing the Batman, but he's a bad guy.
What was Harvey Dent's alignment?
Harvey Dent was very much lawful good.
Until the turn.
Yeah, actually, like Mayor Harvey Dent, the lawyer Harvey Dent was by definition
want to clean up Gotham.
Lawful good.
Yeah.
And then he went crazy.
He was the best of them.
Well, because he still had, within the department, he still had the reputation for being two-faced, like Harvey.
In the Christopher Nolan movies, yes.
Yeah.
Harvey Two-Face.
Harvey Two-Face. I think that,
but he as a lawyer was like he was the best of them, and we'll go back to that movie as well. He was the best of them because he did it by the book. He did it through the law, and he beat these mobsters in the courtroom
without them being able to get out of it because it was a clean. Yeah.
And not the way that Batman did it, who Batman I would call chaotic good, doing things, completely off the wall, off the charts.
Yeah.
Under the law, cover of darkness, and solve things by punching people in the face.
Batcave.
I'm not going to kill you. I'm just going to put you on disability for the rest of your life.
I'm just going to maim you.
Where are the drugs? Basically Batman.
Yep.
You just got to yell a bunch.
Where are they?
Swear to me.
Rachel!
But Harvey did everything by the book and above the law.
Yeah, but Two-Face was just a villain, though.
Two-Face was. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. You can't be chaotic neutral if you're just a villain, though. Because it's not like he's living by a code. He flipped the coin twice sometimes. Like you're not living by the coin. Yeah, but the thing is, if you're living by a code, you break the code. I mean,
Harvey's still in there.
Yeah, but that's the thing.
The flipping the coin too is also like playing Russian roulette. It's a scare tactic as well.
Yeah. I think he's just a bad dude.
I think the scare tactic part is the Harvey part.
Chaotic evil?
I'd probably say chaotic evil.
I could see that.
I can see that. Yeah. Two-Face, and the thing is, it's so hard to, I feel like it's easier to remove Smeagol from Gollum than
it's harder to move.
It's harder to remove Dent from Two-Face.
Because they're two separate personalities. Dent still has some of that to him, and Two-Face still has some of Dent.
Two-Face is still influenced by Dent.
Well, because, in the DC
Gollum
universe,
is not influenced by Smeagol.
Well, in the DC universe, I would say the Joker is chaotic evil. So that's my measurement for the alignment.
Yeah, Joker is pretty much textbook chaotic evil.
It's do I want to be bad or do I want to cause chaos? Those are my two options
but people
for the
who
day.
align themselves with him, I would say, are the same thing, though.
Not necessarily. They could but they'd probably have at least one or the other, or along that.
I think Joker's followers could be lawful evil because then they follow the Joker's code.
Yeah, I'll give you that. Yeah, I think Dent's just chaotic, or Two-Face is chaotic evil.
But then you mix that with a lawful good, so you have the vast opposite ends of the spectrum.
I don't think they meet as much in the middle anymore, though. I think
there's a lot of internal psychological
it's a
vying.
lot, and I know Two-Faces of both of them, but it's more Two-Face than Dent, by a large margin.
Depends which version of it, because
and how long he's been Two-Face.
If we're going by Christopher Nolan movies, yes, you're absolutely right. If we're going more by the animated series, I think it's a little more 50-50.
I think we're going by the movies.
And if we're going by like Batman Forever, then that's just a mess.
No one cares about that movie.
God, when I was 10, I loved that movie.
I'll tell you right now, Batman should never have nipples.
Is Batman Forever an animated one?
No, it's
no.
It wasn't George Clooney. It was
Clooney was nipple Batman.
Wait, was Batman Forever the one with Penguin?
Jim Carrey. No, that was Batman Returns.
Yeah, Jim Carrey and Robert De Niro playing Two-Face.
Tommy Lee Jones.
That's who it was. Tommy Lee. Yeah.
I would have preferred Robert De Niro.
I don't know why I said Robert De Niro. It's from the fucking Fockers.
Meet the Fockers.
Hey,
Bad Grandpa.
Bad Grandpa.
So if you have an example of a better chaotic neutral character, or if you violently disagree with any of our ideas on these potentially...
Catch me outside. How about that?
Yeah. Send us an email over to curmudgeonsanddragonspod@gmail.com, or send us a DM and give us a follow while you're at it on Instagram @curmudgeonsanddragons.
Do it. This was a thinker. I tell you what.
This is a fun one.
I'm already like thinking about stuff and being like, was I right?
We're going to listen back to this like next month when this episode comes out.
You were so wrong. Yeah.
Well,
you're wrong for not seeing the
This episode's not coming out till the end.
You're fair. That's fair. That's valid.
We're not going to see this episode come out for like 6 weeks.
Don't ruin the magic. We're recording this the day before.
I recorded this the night of post. Like, I edited myself in when Jason wasn't looking.
Today is August 11th, 2021.
No,
don't you fucking dare.
We're going to come back to this episode in 6 weeks and be like, we're going to disagree with ourselves. We're going to be like, no, Jason, asshole.
I do every day I wake up.
Guys, thanks for playing this stupid game with me.
I love it.
Josey Diaz. Jack O'Connell.
That's me.
My name is Jason Portizo. We will see you on the next episode. Guys, thanks for listening.
This has been a JTP Audio podcast. Thanks for listening.